A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Johnson wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Quarterback making adjustments. The give to the fullback. Running to Green. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the option. Now the pitch. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Throws to the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells us
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed. But it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Finds his man down the middle. Touchdown, UCLA! Haul that baby in and then stroll score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Fair catch, called for and made. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Brown. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run the screen, and the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quick handoff. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10 is really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Trying to get the corner. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Oakland. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So first down here as they go back to work. Fires to the tight end. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Brown. Pocket breaking down. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Going to look downfield again. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bradley.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Kansas State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woods. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Robinson. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Leaves it with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Tries to do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up.
Oh, a lot of space. coverage and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Got it behind the line. It's Oakland.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Johnson looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Oakland. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, they're after him. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And offenses are majoring in this now, right? They know the jet sweep is a big part of what they do, how the defense is going to respond, and they're just going to give it to you over and over again, see what you do for it. Nice job by the defense. They didn't give up a big play, but they're always looking to set up that next play and how to attack the edges of a defense.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
He'll field the punt. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Snap it to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They want to throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. Finds a little space.
And these jet sweeps just really make you tackle in space. They get guys going so fast to the perimeter, what kind of takes the defensive lineman out of the mix. But nice job getting him to the ground right before the first down.
Lots of running room. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Try to get it to the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Quick completion to the right. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Let's go, let's go.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Gets the back moving. Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll give it to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Creates a little room. He's loose. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off him.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, so close to the touch. There, but the catch was pulled in out of bounds. It's incomplete. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Wide open spaces. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Motion from the back. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but is holding really strong, put up some good numbers. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. It'll be 3rd and long.
22 water.
From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Send the tight end in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Swanson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Quick catch on 3rd down. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments.